We are entangled with the destiny and the fate of those who came before us. So the idea is to free ourselves, to support our ancestors and their healing, and free ourselves and future generations from this curse. Have you ever felt that there's this black cloud following your family, casting its shadow generation after generation? It may sound woo-woo or superstitious to say that your family is cursed, but it actually may be true. Negative patterns, events, beliefs, traumas get passed down in the family system, so we may experience the generational trauma as a family curse. Hi, it's Megan with the Morphic Field. In this video, you're going to look to see if your family has a curse. Is there generational trauma, a generational curse being passed down? You're going to begin to identify what that is. You're also going to discover what you can do if you do have a family curse so that you can free yourself, your family members, and future generations. We are going to access the Morphic Field through a tabletop constellation, so grab your Post-its and a pen. You can also follow along like this is a meditation as well. We're going to bring you in this present moment into the field. Draw the arrow up top. That's the direction in which you're facing. You're going to write me now. So let's place you in the present moment into the field. And we'll place you about here facing forward. And let's go ahead and bring in the next part. So we'll draw the arrow facing down, and let's write my family curse. So let's bring it in and we'll see how it shows up. And again, this is family curse, generational curses that have been passed down. So this is unresolved trauma. This is unresolved, unhealed energy in the family system that has been flowing through the generations that is being experienced today in some form. So let's see how it's showing up for you in particular. Let's place my family curse in front of me now. Let's begin by placing your hand on the representation for you now, channeling energy and information from the field. The energy and information that you are tuning into is going to support you in your healing. It's going to support you in this process of looking at your family curse, releasing you from the family curse. So notice the information that's coming through right now. Take a few moments to observe. How are you feeling? What thoughts are coming to you? What's your experience of you right now? Perhaps you're aware of particular areas in your body. So looking towards your family curse, how are you feeling? See if there's a memory or something that's going on in your life right now. Maybe there's an issue that you have that is a repeating pattern. It can be a limitation, a belief, a certain circumstance that keeps showing up in your life. When you look towards your family curse, see who's involved. So it can be family members, current day family members. It can be past generations, grandparents, great-grandparents. Oftentimes, family curses originated in generations back, and we may not know anything about that generation when there was severe trauma like abuse, early death, war, extreme pain. Something happened that caused this pain that you are experiencing today. So oftentimes that intense pain generations back wasn't talked about. People didn't talk about their trauma. That really wasn't a word back then. So it was suppressed, it was hidden. It wasn't even talked about in the family system. It was hushed. So what happened? That ghost of the trauma, those who were excluded from the family, those who weren't allowed to deal with their pain, that energy got suppressed. Those emotions got suppressed. Later generations, like you, are experiencing those emotions, are experiencing that pain, the unresolved trauma in your family. So begin to notice the family curse. Begin to notice the generational trauma that you are carrying, that you are entangled with, how it's living with you today. You may also be seeing how it's living in others in your family system today. Your siblings, your parents. Take a few moments to observe. You may actually be seeing scenes in your family, maybe even for the first time, of oh, I see this pattern in my father or my mother, and I now see it in my and my grandparents and my mom's mom and my dad's mother. See how far back that pattern originated. So see how far back the family curse went and how it's affecting you today. The first part of this freeing journey of freeing yourself from this family curse is seeing, is looking, is acknowledging what happened. So we're beginning to look, we're beginning to see and acknowledge what happened. The second step is healing. So once we acknowledge and see, we begin to heal. We begin to hold space for our ancestors, those who couldn't speak of the abuse, those who had a horrible tragedy happen to them, who died young, those who were in war, who didn't have a voice to express what happened, who weren't acknowledged, who weren't seen. We begin to give them a voice. We begin to see and honor their life, their existence. Those who were excluded from the family system because they were different, because they were mentally ill, and they were perhaps sent to a mental institution. When someone is excluded from the family system, and that also means dying a premature death, and they aren't honored in the family system, that ghost of that person can leave an imprint and be passed down in the family soul. So somebody later will actually entangle with the fate of that person. So what happens in generational family curses is we are entangled with the destiny and the fate of those who came before us. So the idea is to free ourselves, to support our ancestors and their healing, and free ourselves and future generations from this curse. Noticing what you're noticing. What information is coming through to the field to you right now? When you work with me one-on-one, we get to the origin of the family curse. We're able, through the Morphic Field, to go back in time and see what happened. Stand in the shoes of your ancestors. Give your ancestors a voice. We witness today, you in the present moment, what happened in the past, so that your ancestors feel acknowledged, feel heard, so that they can be at peace, so that they can rest, so that the family does not have to have that lingering unresolved trauma. This happens in a 90-minute session. We will uncover the curse and release you. What else are you noticing? What are the messages that you're receiving right now? Part of this healing journey, releasing yourself from the family curse over time, is setting healthy boundaries. Once we discover the origin of the family curse and release you from that curse during the constellation, we will help you set up healthy boundaries. In your healthy boundaries, you will stand in your strength. So these are energetic and physical healthy boundaries, which means you get to love family members through your strong, healthy boundaries. So feeling connected and loved, and loving your family members through the safety and protection and strength of your healthy boundaries. And in that space, in your healthy boundaries, you get to feel protected, the self-protection, the self-love as well. So we'll help you set up those healthy boundaries so that over time you will strengthen this new shift in your life, freeing yourself from this curse and opening up to new possibilities, opening up to a new legacy for your family, one where you're not entangled with this curse, but you are free to live your own life, stand in your own strength, and actually be resourced by your ancestors. So you'll actually have this new perspective of, instead of this curse and being burdened by your ancestors, you're actually going to have the experience of feeling your ancestors standing in their own strength, carrying their own fate, supporting you from behind, so resourcing you. This is a complete shift in your life. So what would it be like for you to not be entangled with this generational trauma, for it actually to, let's take it out, for it actually to leave, for you to stand in your strength, creating strong, healthy boundaries such that you feel loved, loving, safe, protected, strong, empowered, free, alive, joyful, and fulfilled? What would it be like to stand in this new space in your life, free from the issues that you've been dealing with your entire life, and perhaps you've done a lot of therapy and self-help, and it's like there's a sort of resignation that that'll always be there. Au contraire, it is possible to free yourself from those lifelong issues. So notice what it's like right now. Now that we've lifted that my family curse out, what does it feel like? Start to get a taste of how it feels like to be in this new space. It may seem a little scary at first because this is a new space. This is your freedom. This is a clearing that you create. When you clear out the past, when you complete the past, you're able to step into a clearing, into a new space where you can create, where you can live your best version of yourself, aligned with your soul's path, clear on who you are and what you want to manifest in life. So let's take a few more moments and be in this space. And perhaps some of you are sensing your future self coming in as well. New possibilities, new potentials, new openings. Also connecting to your spirit team always, who are always here to support you. Sometimes we have a challenging time connecting and hearing our spirit team when we're so entangled with our trauma of the past. So once we are able to complete and heal and clear the generational trauma, and on the healing journey, we get to create that relationship with our spirit team and build a beautiful, supporting, guided journey with our higher self and those who are guiding us as well. We're going to complete this constellation in just a moment, so let's listen for any last messages. See where you are in your healing journey, on your spiritual journey, your spiritual awakening. See what's calling you. As you tune into the Morphic Field, tune into that there are powerful healing modalities that you may have not even been aware of, that are here to really support you, especially during this time of our frequency shift that we're going through. Life is really intense right now, and equally as intense is the healing and transformational and alchemizing modalities that are here to support you. So listen to your intuition, see what's calling you for your growth, your healing, your transformation on your journey here. Okay, I think we'll complete this constellation here. Thank you for being brave and looking at your family curse. I know that wasn't easy for some of you. It can be very painful to look and begin to feel the pain of the past. It's more painful when we continue to hold it. If you are ready to free yourself from your family curse, I encourage you to visit my website, themorphicfield.com. You can schedule a free 15-minute call, and we can discuss how constellation work in one session can lift your family curse and free you. Please take a moment to type in the comments below what you saw today in your family, maybe that you had not seen before. If you got something out of this video, please hit that like button. And remember to subscribe to the Morphic Field channel.